Welcome. Today we will read lesson 358 in the workbook and from the text, chapter 31, section 4, the real alternative, paragraphs 6 through 11. And now for lesson 358. No call to God can be unheard, nor left unanswered. And of this I can be sure. His answer is the one I really want. You who remember what I really am, alone remember what I really want. You speak for God, and so you speak for me. And what you give me comes from God Himself. Your voice, my Father, then is mine as well, and all I want is what you offer me, in just the form you choose that it be mine. Let me remember all I do not know, and let my voice be still remembering. But let me not forget your love and care, keeping your promise to your Son in my awareness always. Let me not forget myself is nothing, but myself is all. Whenever one calls upon love, one is answered. For love's reply is what one truly desires. And spirit which remembers what one has forgotten, knows what one wants. This bridge to love is the means that love's gifts are offered one. Spirit's voice serves as one's own voice and mediates the exchange until one's awareness of love's presence has been restored. While one stays in calm and quiet today, one calls for the memory of love's presence. Return to one in all its majesty and beauty. By forgetting the imagined self that never existed, may one's true self be resurrected in one's mind today. And now for our text reading for today, from chapter 31, section 4, the real alternative, paragraphs 6 through 11. The learning that the world can offer but one choice, no matter what its form may be, is the beginning of acceptance that there is a real alternative instead. To fight against this step is to defeat your purpose here. You did not come to learn to find a road the world does not contain. The search for different pathways in the world is but the search for different forms of truth. And this would keep the truth from being reached. Think not that happiness is ever found by following a road away from it. This makes no sense and cannot be the way. To you who seem to find this course to be too difficult to learn, let me repeat that to achieve a goal, you must proceed in its direction, not away from it. And every road that leads the other way will not advance the purpose to be found. If this be difficult to understand, then is this course impossible to learn. But only then, for otherwise it is a simple teaching in the obvious. There is a choice that you have power to make when you have seen the real alternatives. Until that point is reached, you have no choice, and you can but decide how you would choose the better to deceive yourself again. This choice attempts to teach no more than that the power of decision cannot lie in choosing different forms of what is still the same illusion and the same mistake. All choices in the world depend on this. You choose between your brother and yourself, and you will gain as much as he will lose. And what you lose is what is given him. How utterly opposed to truth is this, when all the lesson's purpose is to teach that what your brother loses, you have lost, and what he gains is what is given you. He has not left his thoughts, but you forgot his presence and remembered not his love. No pathway in the world can lead to him, nor any worldly goal be one with his. What road in all the world will lead within, when every road was made to separate the journey from the purpose it must have, unless it be but futile wandering? All roads that lead away from what you are will lead you to confusion and despair. Yet has he never left his thoughts to die, without their source forever in themselves. He has not left his thoughts. He could no more depart from them than they could keep him out. In unity with him do they abide, and in their oneness both are kept complete. There is no road that leads away from him. A journey from yourself does not exist. How foolish and insane it is to think that there could be a road with such an aim. Where could it go? And how could you be made to travel on it, walking there without your own reality at one with you? Forgive yourself your madness, and forget all senseless journeys and all goalless aims. They have no meaning. You cannot escape from what you are. For God is merciful and did not let his Son abandon him. For what he is, be thankful, for in that is your escape from madness and from death. Nowhere but where he is can you be found. There is no path that does not lead to him. We are told in this section that by accepting all the world's pathways for happiness as being the same, and without any hope of success, is the necessary first step in recognizing that a real alternative exists. The world's means for peace all lead one in the direction away from where the solution lies. The world's solutions all point outward to a place of form and separation. And this is the opposite direction of where the goal's accomplishment resides. One has been looking for the peace and love where it could not be found, outside of oneself. The power of choice does not lie in deciding upon different forms of illusions. None of the world's pathways lead one within, but rather lead outward to confusion and despair. But it is impossible to journey outside oneself. And in seeing this is the real alternative made clear.